6 weeks. Remember, Steph Curry missed 11 games early in the season.
3 weeks.
Right, 3 weeks, 11 games with a strained groin. So this seems to be par for the course. And it actually would be a good time. You hate to see an injury, but this is maybe the best time of the year for it to happen, because when you look at their schedule, 7 of their next 8 games are against teams under 500. They play OKC tonight, which I think they'll lose. But after that, you got the Knicks, Minnesota, Dallas, Detroit, Utah, Cleveland, Chicago. Every one of those games.
How many of those?
They're at Minnesota, at Dallas, at Utah. So, I mean, those are obviously teams that you could beat, you could lose to. But it's a good time to see what really is around LeBron James. I mean, obviously, Golden State's the heavy favorite. If they falter, I think the Lakers were in that group with Houston and OKC that might have a shot. But this season was really about seeing what you have outside of LeBron. And if they can play well in this stretch and win games, I think it could build their confidence in themselves, the supporting cast, and it could build LeBron's confidence in them.
We showcasing talent.
Right.
It's all about Anthony Davis.
Well, and you know what? And I'll say this, though, again, and I'm not predicting Golden State will falter, but not since Bill Russell's Celtics in the 60s has a team even made 5 straight finals. Forget winning 5 straight or 4 straight.
Right.
Hasn't made 5 straight. Whether it's ego, injuries,
It's a toll.
implosion, mental fatigue. So if that happens, I actually think maybe they can make a run this year, maybe. So if Kuzma, who's averaged 25 without LeBron the last 3 games, if he continues to play really well, Josh Hart, you know those two already fit around LeBron. Maybe they could show they can do stuff without him. Ingram's the interesting one. We know he plays better statistically, it shows, when LeBron's off the court because he needs the ball in his hands more. And he obviously played well in their last win against Sacramento with the ball in his hands. He's a guy that could be being showcased because around the league, people are looking at him right now saying, he's not what we thought he was. But if he plays well during this stretch, it could show he just isn't a guy that fits with LeBron. But if you get him somewhere else, he could do some stuff on his own and maybe be a star. So that could showcase him for an AD trade or something.
He looked real good with the Pelicans. Look, I'm not concerned about this, Skip, because I thought he would be out a significant amount of time. I think the biggest thing is that we've never seen LeBron injured, with the exception of that back injury. But this is probably the most serious injury that he's had. And this, I thought it would take him 3 weeks. It wasn't going to be one day because normally we see him twist his ankle, Skip, but his ankle would touch the floor literally. He tightened his shoe up and he's right back on the court.
That is true.
But this is going to take some time, especially because of the type of ball. LeBron plays downhill. He's explosive, and he needs that. And you do not want to have this thing linger. Lakers, all they can hope for is to remain around 500 until he gets back, and then he'll bring you home from there.
You mean in the games without him, 500?
500.
So overall, they'd still be, what, 4 or 5 games?
That's all they need to do, just be 500. Skip, it's like when you get to that ankle leg, you ought to be on the relay team, whether the 4x1 or the 4x4. When you got a good ankle leg, he say, just keep it close. I just want you to keep it close. Just let keep it close. The Jamaicans, all they knew is they just got it to Usain, he gonna bring us home. LeBron say, just keep me close, and I'll bring you home. That's all he wants you to do, Skip, baby. Can you keep him close? He'll bring you home.
I'm looking at the West right now.
It don't matter.
I don't know, man.
I know what James Harden.
That schedule is, but you got to admit,
I got your schedule. I got your schedule. I'm also looking at the teams that aren't even in the playoffs right now.
And I keep stay out of the playoffs, too.
Wait a second. Memphis, and Utah, and Dallas, and Minnesota, and those Pelicans. I keep waiting for 2 of those teams just to catch fire.
The Pelicans not going to make it.
Capable.
So we have to get OAD.
They're all capable. If Mirotic comes back to the Pelicans, and Julius Randle's playing at a high level.
Playing unbelievable.
I don't know why they don't
They should be better.
They should be better.
Yeah. And Peyton, Elfrid Payton will help. He was a big loss. I know, it sounds crazy, but he was their Rondo.
Even Minnesota, they still have firepower, and from night to night they'll have a big game, and then they'll be like, what? And Dallas, they got talent now. Doncic is playing.
He's the truth.
Starting to figure it out.
He's the
yes,
truth.
he is. He is the
Atlanta's
truth.
like, why we do that?
I mean, Trey's been okay too, but
by the way,
he ain't been that.
Doncic is,
Allow me to throw out that now sitting in the 8th spot, my San Antonio Spurs, and you took me to task when I said I don't think they're going to make the playoffs. I didn't say. People are going to laugh when I say this. Derek White is the truth. They have a player now named Derek White. You should check him out some night and tell me he can't play Spurs basketball because he's turning into a Spurs type of star. He's taking games over.
They've become unwatchable without Kawhi.
Okay, well, you can make that case. But,
You see what Kawhi did last night, Skip?
No, I did. I don't know I don't know who you're talking about.
Who's that guy?
I only know number
some
2
guy
on
with
Toronto.
braids.
That guy.
Yeah, but all I know is that the Spurs the other night hung 46 in the third quarter on the Boston Celtics. That's hard to do against the Boston Celtics. They play defense. They're not as good as they were. Yeah.
He didn't close that game? Y'all know what? You got the best closer in basketball. And he couldn't close that?
It was over going to the 4th.
Wow!
Because
how would he let that happen?
Derek White outplayed Kyrie. I don't know how that happened.
What?
He just did. I don't know. So, back to LeBron James. This is why I'm surprised by this, because I've said for years he is the most durable superstar in sports history. So you're talking about this is his first injury ever, and I can't compute it. I'm serious. I'm not being sarcastic about this. I just think he's Iron Man. And when he tweeted the next day, dodged a bullet back in no time, basically. Remember, sheesh, right?
Sheesh.
Right.
Okay. Well, then I accepted that like, it's just a real minor tweak of his groin. And I thought maybe a couple of games, and I know you can laugh and say, yeah, but a grade, what do you call it?
Grade two.
2 is supposed to be a
3 to
week to
6
2
weeks,
weeks.
3 to 6
For,
weeks.
for most mortals it is, but I don't think in basketball terms he's mortal when it comes to injuries. He's been beyond injuries because he's never had one. It's like, I'm going to knock on wood because I don't even like to talk about this because I don't want to invite one, but he's never had anything significant in his career. And he is a high-contact basketball player.
Yeah.
He just is.
Yeah.
I mean, he takes as much contact as anybody in the league.
Skip, I
right?
think when
He missed 8 straight his first year in Cleveland with a
Right. With the back.
strained knee and back,
Right.
and that's it though.
But then he
Are
took
you-
that
are
time
you
off
sug-
in Miami where he, I mean,
That was
Cleveland
that. I
when he went
think
to
that
Miami.
was that time
Yeah.
when he.
Oh, that's what
did
you're
go.
talking
Yeah,
about.
when he
Okay,
went to Miami.
all right. And that was just like overall wear and tear.
Yeah.
Like he was just beat up and worn down. But he didn't have that injury.
Right.
He didn't have the shoulder or the knee or the back where it was, that's it, where it's knocked him
Skip, I
out.
think the thing is when he got the MRI, at least it wasn't torn off the bone. It wasn't going to cause him something to miss. 3
When he
weeks.
heard a pop, he might have thought.
Right. And the thing is that when you say significant amount of time, and this is a significant amount of time for him, because basically the 2 weeks that you mentioned, Chris, in 16 years, that's saying something. A man has been that durable with the style of play that he has. But 3 weeks, you come back fresh, hey.
Well, he'll be. That's the thing. It could help him because he'll be fresh.
Okay,
Team
that's
for
fine.
the second half of the season.
But the problem is these games all count. And they are sitting in the 7th seed, and I predicted they would be the 7th seed. And again, if it's the last leg of the relay race and he comes back, but
Walk him down.
Listen, on the other teams, that there aren't just going to be 4 runners on the other team. That they got like 8 runners.
No, we'll pass
They're
them all.
coming from
That's
everywhere.
what you got. You got 8 on the track.
Well, you know what's interesting when the Lakers look totally different without LeBron. There's more player movement. I mean, obviously they're not as good, but I mean the style of play. There's more player movement, more ball movement versus one guy kind of dominating the ball. So it's interesting. Are you suggesting that the fact that like maybe if this happens 3 years ago, it's not even a strain. Like LeBron's just in such good shape that it's not an injury. You think this is
I don't know. I'm just
indicative of his age?
I'm being honest. I'm dumbfounded it's taken this long. Seriously. And he didn't even practice yesterday. He just shot.
Right.
So again, I throw out all your grade 1, grade 2s because it's LeBron James. So I'm not saying he's getting old, but this is something that happens in year 16 where you say, we got to
happens
deal
to
with
players.
this. We got to really be careful.
Skip,
with
it was
this.
so freak how it happened. That's what
It didn't seem like something that would pull your
Like-
groin. Right.
But
Well,
that's how this injury happened. Steph's injury was kind of just freakish.
Yes.
You know, it didn't look like anything.
Okay, but Steph Curry has proven over a long time to be pretty fragile. Am I right? He's had all kinds of stuff.
Physical.
And once he gets a knee or an ankle, I know his ankle's
They're
nearly
on the
cost
side
him
of
his whole
caution.
career. Well, he's just
down for
gone.
Yeah, they shut him down
Right?
for 2 weeks. We got anything.
Yeah.
He got a hangnail. Oh, Steph shut it
Yeah,
down.
but you want to talk about different in body types, Steph to LeBron, that's like night and day, right?
Yeah, but that's
Okay.
just keep it close, Skip.
Okay, but keep it close in the West is going to be.
Keep it close, Skip. Hold on. Did you see what James
You want
Harden?
to keep it
They're
close enough
two-
that you don't fall to the 9 seed.
They're
can fall to
they're 2 games out of 9th right now.
Yep.
And they're only 4 games out of 1st. Like the West,
yeah,
it's just jam-packed.
Did you hear what I just said?
I did not hear.
Okay.
What did you say?
It does not. Did you see what James Harden just did? 10 games where he averaged 40.
He did.
You don't think LeBron is capable of that?
No, I don't.
Are you out your mind, Skip, baby?
He doesn't do that. He just doesn't do that.
Have you not watched the
They don't
playoffs?
really do that.
Have you watched the playoffs? Did you watch the playoffs last year?
I don't think he's
40.
gonna go off on like that type of
If we need him to do that to get to the playoffs,
Yeah.
he will do that, Skip, baby.
Right? Well,
He'll
We don't
get
like
you there.
we
He'll
don't
get
like
you there.
we
It'll
don't
be a different way.
We don't like to become that player.
yeah.
But we got that in us.
Well, I think they're going to take another L tonight because I think
They ain't
Russell
taking no
Westbrook-
L.
And then they're winning 7 straight.
Okay.
I told you.
Yeah. I mean,
Just hold-
it's-
just
I
hold
think
it in
it's
the road.
good
Is that with or
LeBron
without
is being
LeBron?
safe here.
I don't know. I mean,
He could
seriously.
be out. I think he'll be out most of that stretch.
Yeah.
Really?
I do. I think
Whoa.
you'll.
But the
I'm gonna. I'm gonna.
consensus-
He misses tonight. New York, Minnesota.
He ain't playing to the middle of at the earliest. He won't be back
Maybe
until like
at
17th,
Utah or
18th, or
something.
19th of January.
Well, then I'm going to say he's an old man.
Say what you want to.
We're gonna need
Call
more
it what you
time
want
for
to.
that another
Really?
time. He's got to be safe.
He gonna put
doesn't
that
want
work in,
this
though.
to linger.
Then-
You gotta
I'm-
be overly cautious. You would admit
if he
that.
misses that many games, I'm going to tweet sheesh. That's what I'm going to
Okay,
say.
Don't
we'll
do
be
that.
ready for it. We'll see. Chris, thank you for joining us. Is
Brian,
Shannon
block him.
ready
Yeah,
to
well, I'm sure he
concede
follows me, yeah.
that Drew Brees is the real MVP?
No.
I'm going to be watching your Twitter. We'll discuss next.